This is our 12th e-tag for the second year in NTTP program. I wish you all to be in a good health and to be enjoyed what we have learned throughout these 2 years. Let's start.
Hello, dear Omrania Directorate English teachers. Are you ready for our e-tag today? Yes, we are ready, Mr. Abdel Rahman Rashid. Today we will learn and practice two new topics which make your teaching process more engaging, attractive and motivating.
We are eager to start.
So, let's start.
So it was planned to take these two topics today.
Hello, dear Omrania English teachers. Today is our 12th e-tag. Today we will have a demo teaching on two topics. First, practice activities. Second, understanding learning technologies. I wish you all the best of luck. Mr. Abdel.
So it was planned to take a demo teaching for practice activities which we had already learned about in the previous e-tag, and second one we will make a couple of preparations through this tag as it's the final tag for the second year.
A celebration to last throughout the year. So bring your good times and your laughter too. We gon' celebrate your party with you. Come on now. Let's all celebrate and have a good time.
I wish you all the best of luck. Let's first review some of our memories together. That was our team 2 years ago from now. It was great to be one of this team for face-to-face training for a year in Omrania Directorate. That was one of my best memories ever with you. These are some photos about the activities which we had already done together in this year. In the next slide, we'll have a photo of our two supervisors in this e-tag and this NTTP. First, I would like to thank Mr. Medhat Ali, who was the supervisor in our first NTTP year program. He was very great and helpful for me. Thanks to him. I would like you to deliver my thanks to him. And then we had Miss Iman Khattab. Thanks, Miss Iman, for your great effort throughout the last part of the first year and this year through the e-tag. Thanks again for your great effort. And I am very happy to be one of this team in Omrania Directorate. Now let's have a look over what we had already learned through this e-tag year. There was 6 workshops. Each workshop was divided into 2 parts. In the first workshop, we had learned about understanding 21st century skills, sorry for that, and understanding classroom language. After each workshop, we have a demo teaching in which you applied what you had already learned about. So today we'll summarize these 6 workshops and have some videos related to each workshop. You can benefit from them. For example, the first video will be about classroom instructions, and as usual, I wrote down the link over here. You can use it and benefit from it in your classroom. So we were speaking about 21st century skills like using computers, using internet in teaching, and how to be benefited from the mobile phone in your class and so on. Let's start with some simple classroom instructions like this.
Hello everyone! Today we are going to learn about some classroom instructions. May I come in please? Come in please. Come in please. Close the door please. Close the door please. Stand up please. Stand up please. Sit down please. Sit down please. Open your books please. Open your books please. Turn to page 2. Turn to page 2. Close your books, please. Close your books, please. Look at the blackboard. Look at the blackboard. Point to the blackboard. Point to the blackboard. Pack the bags, please. Pack your bags, please. Clean the board, please. Clean the board, please. Don't talk in class. Don't talk in class. Don't look at the window. Don't look at the window. Look at the teacher. Look at the teacher.
You can use these simple instructions in your class to give the students some key structures and the key classroom talks and sentences which you will use with them in your class. After that, in workshop 2, we had 2 topics which were understanding learning technologies, and here is the outcomes of this topic, and the second topic was understanding lesson planning. As for learning technologies, part A, we learned about what are the learning technologies which you can use in your class and benefit from them, and gave a lot of examples and videos related to them. And in the next workshop, you used a lot of these technology tools in teaching your lessons as it was our task on Google Classroom task. Here is the second one was planning or lesson planning, and you were very professional in planning the lesson. And here is another kind of lesson planning. In the next video, you can benefit from it, and we will discuss a bit of the last two items of the next lesson plan. Listen to it with me.
Okay, so we're going to use this pro forma as our lesson plan, and we're going to fill one out as though we were planning for an actual lesson. So we start off with some basic information about the class. So the name of the teacher, date and time, and the class level. In this particular case, our class is going to be an elementary class, and the room will be room 3. Having looked through the registers, we see that the expected number of students for this particular class is going to 10. This will help us in creating our worksheet copies. The context of the lesson for this class is going to be present continuous tense, and it may well be the first time that this particular level of class has been introduced to this tense. So our focus is going to be fairly general, and it's going to look at actions that are happening around now. The teaching aids is basically anything that we bring to the lesson that will help us to teach it. So we know that in our study phase, we're going to be using some worksheets, and during the activate phase, we're going to be doing an activate activity. So here you can fill in worksheets and activate activity. Then we've got our learner objectives and personal aims. If you remember, the learner objectives are what we are hoping the students are going to be able to do after the lesson's been taught. So we're hoping that by the end of this lesson, the students are going to be able to both recognize and to be able to use the present continuous tense. The personal aims for my particular lesson are that I'm going to improve upon a couple of things, which are both my board work and my elicitation techniques from the students. A couple of anticipated problems for the students: pronunciation, first of all, and secondly, using the present continuous tense in a real context. Anticipated problems for the teacher. I'm afraid that I may get drawn away from the actual lesson plan itself, so following the sequence of the lesson. And the solutions to both of these, for pronunciation, as we've mentioned, would be drilling. And for the students using the tense in context, that would be part of our activate activity. And one of the things I can make sure that they can do to overcome this particular problem is to have a strong study phase. By having that strong study phase, I can check that the students do understand this particular tense and its context before they actually try to use it. For the anticipated problem for the teacher, following the sequence of the lesson, again, is to have my plan available throughout the lesson.
So I've got two problems here. A problem related to the students, which was related to pronunciation, and another problem for the teacher. Here is the teacher when planning the lesson. He gives a solution for these two problems. Now let's move to the next part of our session today, which is about workshop 3. In this workshop, we have another look on 21st century skills, part B, and understanding classroom language, part B. We have already spoken about classroom language, so the video this time will be related to the 21st century learning life skills. This is a very long video. It's almost about 5 or 6 minutes, so we'll have a hint about it, and you can use the link here to use it as a kind of introduction in using 21st century skills.
Hello and welcome to Teachings in Education, 21st Century Learning and Life Skills. Credit and information found at Partnership for 21st Century Learning. A link to their site will be provided below. Teachers must help their students develop specific work and life skills. Now, why should educators care about 21st century learning? Schools have a responsibility to nurture their young students into functioning 21st century citizens. 21st century skills are absolutely essential for everyday living. These skills are necessary for life, work, and citizenship. Understand that life outside of school is nothing like the classroom environment and requires different ways to succeed. Teaching these skills to students will help them become successful later on in their lives. Partnership for 21st Century Learning offers a framework that focuses on student outcomes, which are your goals and learning objectives. There are 4 components, and the first one is content knowledge and 21st century themes. School curriculum will have students learning subjects such as mathematics, science, world geography, civics, reading and writing, and more. Students must master these core disciplines just to graduate high school. Students must learn at a high level by recognizing and understanding the 21st century themes within these key subjects. Environmental literacy and all the factors that affect it, economic, business, entrepreneurial, and civic themes, global awareness, and communicating around the world. And lastly, health literacy and taking responsibilities for one's personal health. Now on to the second student outcome, which is learning and innovation skills. These skills are broken down into the 4 C's. The first C is creativity. Students must come up with innovative ideas and then put those ideas into action. Next is communication. Teach students to articulate their thoughts effectively using oral and written communication strategies. The third C is for collaboration.
As we have a shortage in time, we can see this video previously, and you have the link already. Here is Miss Hana Hamza wants to say something, so you can speak Miss Hana or write down on the chat box if you want something, because I don't see the mic in front of your name. Miss Hana, if you want to write down something, write it down in the chat box and I will answer it. You are raising your hand, right? If you don't have anything except for the symbol of the voice, you can, yes, Miss Hana. I can see your camera. Your camera is open, Miss Hana. Right. So let's complete. Right. Now we will continue our session by the next part. The next part will be workshop 4. It was about engaging with pronunciation. Pronunciation is very important for both teacher and students. So we'll have something related to pronouncing the sounds sha, e, and a in the next video. The second part of this session or training was understanding thinking skills. In thinking skills, we had a lot of activities. Let's see first what about teaching some sounds in English in a very easy and attractive way. You can use this video for the students in the first primary stage or for kindergarten students. Let's see.
This is Mark. Thanks for watching. Hi, this is Mark. This is phonic practice. Sh, ch, e, r. Sh, 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 sh. A shrimp. Okay, you go. Shh, 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 shh. A fish.
Here he gives the student the chance to repeat after him and to make the same sounds and to benefit from the way the teacher pronounces the word.
Shh, 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 shh. A chair. Shh, 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 shh. A chicken. E. 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 Cheese. E. 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 A bee. R. 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 A star.
Okay, we can use the same technique to make sounds and make your students repeat after you and to give them some flashcards or some videos or some um, other things, right? To repeat after you and to say the words. Let's move to the next part. It's a workshop 5. Here's understanding thinking skills, part B. Again, we're dealing with thinking skills and a lot of activities, interesting activities we have already learned about. And the second part was practice activities, part A. Here is another kind of activities not related to thinking skills. First, let's see a game for creating creative thinking. Can you answer it? Let's see. So here's a kind of a challenge. Can you put a phone on this paper, on these two bottles? What are your thoughts? What will you do? Let's see if you think like this. No, it won't work. So he will or she will think about some other solutions. Also, it's not working. Let's see something else. So here is the answer. It was a kind of a small challenge. You can make it with your students in your class. It's funny and rapid. The last session was about practice activities, and here we'll have a kind of activity and understanding learning technology. We had already spoken about it. Let's see this last activity together and enjoy it. You can color the semicircles with the colors you want and make the number of cards you want. And after that, after finishing coloring them, you will ask your student to make them complete the circle with the same color and to have in each time a different shape from each other. Let's see. Here is the student collects the two parties together. So here is the final patterns which the student could make. You can use a kind of lettering A, B, C, and to make the student collect them, and to make a kind of puzzle with these letters. By the end of this presentation, I would like to thank all of you for your patience and to be part with me in this sessions for 12 session. I would like to thank Ms. Iman Khattab for her great effort with me during out this year of e-tags and the training. And also, I would like to thank all of you by names. I wouldn't like to say names because I would forget someone. And I don't like to make a kind of misunderstand that I didn't say the names of each one of you, but all of you were brave and I thank you for all this happy time which I had with you. Till we meet again. If you want to ask me anything, I would like to listen. And thanks and goodbye. Till we meet again in the third year of NTTP program. Thanks. Goodbye.
Thanks. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Ms. Yasmin. Thanks, Mr. Um, Mahmoud Samir. Thanks, Miss.
Thanks a lot, Mr. Abdurrahman.
Thanks, Mr.
Yes, me with you, Mister.
Thanks, Mr. Hab.
Thanks, Mr. Abdurrahman. Mr. Rahab with you. Thanks a lot for your great efforts with us.
Thanks, Mr. Hab. Thanks, Mr. Prince. Yes. Minnatullah Assam, Miss Noah.
Thanks, Mister.
Thanks. Thanks,
Thanks a lot, Mister, for your efforts.
Miss Samar Ragab, Miss Wala Mitwalli Shirweda. Thanks. Thank you and till we meet again. Thanks and goodbye.
Goodbye, Mr.
Goodbye, Mr. Mahmoud.